Welcome into this edition of the Red Sox Rundown. I am your host, Jack Lauderay. We are down to 43. 43 players left. They need to get down to 26 by opening day. 3 more roster moves have happened since I last spoke with you. Blake Sabol and Seby Zavala were both basically cut off of the Major League roster, which means Carlos Narvaez is going to be the backup catcher. Michael Fulmer also got optioned to Worcester as well. He was making a push for a spot in the bullpen, but now he has been optioned as well. We got a lot to talk about on today's video. We're going to talk about Garrett Crochet extension. We're going to talk about Kristian Campbell. What's he going to be up to? But first, we made it to 1,000. Thank you so much. The next goal is 1,500 subscribers. I'm going to be boots on the ground for the first 3 games of the Red Sox season here in Arlington, Texas. I'm going to have videos after every single game and short-form content and all of it. Don't miss out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for the latest Red Sox news, rumors, injury updates, recaps, and more. Let's get to 1,500 subscribers, only 344 away. So if you have not already, hit that sub button. The first story today has the closer spot closed. We talked about this a few videos ago where there was a report that Aroldis Chapman and Kristian Campbell were the favorites for both the closer and second base role. Well, Liam Hendriks himself believes that Aroldis Chapman has won the closer role. Here's what he had to say yesterday. I think it's been pretty well proven this spring who deserves that spot after earning it all spring, and that's definitely not me. I've always said I wanted to win it, but it's not the end of the world if I don't. I'm going to go out there, give my best 3 outs, 6 outs, or whatever they need me to do. Things will shake out however they shake out. But if you want to talk about the guy who's looked the best in spring training, that's Chapman. It's been unbelievable. He's been 97 to 100 pretty much every outing, and he's looked crisp, and he's looked a little fantastic out there. As much as I hate to say it, Hendriks is right. Chapman has been smooth. He's been locked down. He has been automatic so far in spring training. And although I keep continuing to say that I hate the signing and that this signing is going to give me arrhythmia, irregular heartbeat, you cannot deny the stats. The stats are fantastic. He has pitched in 7 1/3 innings this spring training. He's only allowed 3 hits, 5 walks, which is the biggest point of contention for me, is that he cannot hit the broadside of a barn. 5 walks to 14 Ks. He's only allowed 2 earned runs. He's played really well. The leash will be short, though, because Liam Hendriks is there. And while Liam Hendriks has not impressed this spring training, I think he will still do enough to push for that closer role at some point this season. You've also got Justin Slayton in the wings. You've got potentially Luis Guerrero in the wings. So his leash will be short. But for now, if you're just going off of what has happened in spring training, Chapman has earned it. And Chapman will be your opening day closer, I would assume, come next week. But let me know. Do you trust Aroldis Chapman? Type a T if you trust him, an A for absolutely not. I'm still gonna type my A for now until he proves me differently. I'm gonna be at the first 3 games. If he walks in the bottom of the 9th with a 1-run lead, I might have a heart attack. Until he proves me differently, I'm still gonna type my A. But again, he has earned the spot so far. All right, let's talk Kristian Campbell, the person everyone wants to hear updates for. Christopher Smith had this today. The Red Sox, Kristian Campbell, is starting at second base today against the Pirates, and he will start at second base on Saturday as well. There's only 3 spring training games left before they travel to Mexico for their 2 exhibition games, and Campbell's going to start 2 of the last 3. And Christopher Smith continued, Alex Cora said today, we have a pretty good idea of what we're going to do at second. We just have to be patient. You have a pretty good idea of what you're going to do at second. Tonight, the lineup looks like your opening day lineup. Well, Kristian Campbell's in the opening day lineup. And I think Kristian Campbell is going to be the second baseman to start the season. They want Campbell to be the second baseman so bad. So bad. He has not hit that well at all this spring. I think his batting average sits below 200. But they still see the potential. They still see the upside in this kid, that they are going to do everything in their power to get him time. And so I'm excited. I am. I'm excited to see a member of the Big Three actually break camp. they optioned Vaughn Grissom down to AAA. So it's David Hamilton, Kristian Campbell, Marcelo Meyer. I don't think Meyer is going to crack the big league roster unless something happens with Trevor Story, who is not playing tonight due to back tightness. Don't even get me started. But I think it's going to be David Hamilton. I think it's going to be Kristian Campbell, and I think Kristian Campbell has the edge to be your opening day second baseman, and that really, truly makes me incredibly excited. One more time. Latest Red Sox news, rumors, updates. I bleed Boston Red Sox baseball, as you guys know, and you are going to get the best Red Sox coverage on all of the internet here at the Red Sox Rundown. Once the season starts, I'm going to be recapping every single game, starting with the first 3 games in Arlington. Boots on the ground, Red Sox versus Rangers. If you love the Sox, if you want the latest news and rumors around your favorite baseball team, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. All right, let's talk starting pitchers. Richard Fitz is going to start in Mexico on Monday, and all indications point to him breaking camp as the 4th starter. Sean Newcomb, appears to be the slight favorite for the 5-hole. This is surprising. Sean Newcomb gets the nod over Quinn Priester. There has been murmurings over the past few days that Cora has been very impressed by what he's seen from Sean Newcomb this spring. And if you look at the stats, I kind of agree. 14 1/3 innings pitched, surrendered 9 hits, only 3 walks, struck out 13, and has only allowed 1 run. His ERA is lower than 1. This is a great story because this is what your rotation looks like now. It's ugly. Would I like to have Brian Bayo and Lucas Giolito here? Of course. But I thought, and we thought for the longest time, that number 5 slot was going to be Quinn Priester. But right now, it's Garrett Crochet, Tanner Houck, Walker Buehler, Richard Fitz, who I think we all assumed was going to get the nod as that 4, and then Sean Newcomb. Because honestly, Quinn Priester, he didn't perform well in spring training. He just didn't. And he will admit that. He admitted that in an interview after his last start, that he was frustrated at his performance. 9 1/3 innings pitched. He has allowed 14 hits and 7 walks. That cannot happen. 9 Ks, 5 earned runs. That can't happen. And in a race as close as this one for the 4th and 5th spots in this rotation with the injuries, you cannot perform like that. But Priester will see time in the majors this year. I can almost guarantee that. Knock on wood, there are not more devastating injuries that happen to the rotation this year. But if that happens, Priester will be the first pitcher called up. He still has high upside. They saw something in him when they traded for him at the deadline last year. So I think, don't worry if you love Quinn Priester, if you're a Quinn Priester stan, he will get time in the majors this year. But you guys pick one for me. I want to see. Sean Newcomb or Quinn Priester. If you would go with Sean Newcomb as the number 5 starter, type in SN. If you would go with Quinn Priester, give me a QP down below in the comments. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments section. I'm sweating right now because it's so hot in here talking about these starting pitchers. Let me know down below in the comments what you think. All right, last story of the day. And this one pains me. So Section 10, we all know we love the Section 10 podcast, Jared Carrabis and all these guys. They released their episode last night. I listened to it in full. They talked about the Garrett Crochet extension. It's becoming less likely that an extension gets done. I think the writing's on the wall about that. It would have happened by now if it was going to happen. And with less than a week until opening day, and with Crochet's deadline now set for opening day, I think a lot of us are not optimistic that it's going to get done. And Carrabis is worried that if an extension doesn't happen now, that it never will happen. If you know, Crochet has 2 more years on his deal, and then he's a free agent. And I'm going to keep it $1.50 with you guys. I kind of agree with him, and I actually think that this does make sense. What Carrabis was basically saying, and I've said this on videos for the last few weeks when we've talked about an extension, if Crochet goes out and proves that he is a frontline ace and potentially wins a Cy Young, his number is going to skyrocket. Higher and higher and higher than it already is. And then why would he sign an extension next offseason if he realizes, oh, if I do that one more year, it's going to be in the $300-400 million? Like, the Sox not signing him now is the biggest malpractice in any front office, because this guy, like I've said, is the next Tarik Skubal. And if you don't lock him down now, that number is going to go through the roof after this season. Sam Kennedy spoke about an extension this weekend, though, this week, and this is what he had to say. We would obviously love to have him as part of the organization for a long time. You have seen a glimpse of what hopefully is to come. He and his family need to decide, is Boston where they want to be? All three of us know it's not for everyone, but I think given his mindset and makeup, he'll have a lot of success here if that's what he chooses. That doesn't sound very confident, and that doesn't sound very aggressive. It doesn't. He basically guilted Garrett Crochet and his family into being the aggressors. That gives all of the leverage to him. That does not say we want Crochet in the lineup, in the rotation for the rest of his career. We are going to put a big number on the table. We are going to go after it aggressively. No, that says, we'll see what Garrett says. And you know what he'll say. He'll say, you know what, I'm not sure. I think I want to wait a year to have the number go up even further than it already is. They're doing what they've done before, and I don't like it. I don't like it. It makes me feel icky. I don't like what they're doing because they are sacrificing a perennial number one ace for the next 8-9 years because they don't feel like they want to get a little uncomfortable. Get a little uncomfortable on the front end so you don't have to get even more uncomfortable on the back end. Seems simple enough to me, but I just don't know. What do you think? Will the Sox sign Crochet to an extension? And I'm going to put the caveat before opening day. Do we think an extension is going to get done this year before opening day? Type a Y for yes, type an N for no. I'm going to say an N for no. And if that happens, I hate to say it, I don't know if they're going to sign him to an extension at all, because after Vladimir Guerrero Jr. comes around next offseason and they hopefully, fingers crossed, sign him to a big contract, I don't think they're going to want to have to give out another big contract to Garrett Crochet a year after that. I don't know. But that's where we're going to end it today, guys. I appreciate you all so much for watching. Once again, if you've not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the video. And if you're as excited for opening day as I am, make sure you join the family. We're less than a week away. And until next time, go Sox.